I used to be the #1 player on the Hypixel forums, not in post count or positive reactions, but in achievement points. When you obtain every achievement on the forums, you are granted the title Forum Legend, and for the longest time I was not the #1 player. That title actually belonged to Psyches, the first person to achieve Forum Legend. However, for his own reasons, he deleted his account in early 2023. This resulted in me being the only person with max achievements on the forums. Fast forward a year later to May 2024, and I'm still the only Forum Legend. At this point, you needed 50,000 posts, 70,000 positive reactions, and to be a member of the forum for 3 years. The requirements were pretty ridiculous, so there were only a handful of people expected to get it. Not just soon, but at all. Around this time, I also disappeared from the forums, my last login being May 4th of that year. I have my own reasons for leaving, which I could make into another video if people are interested, but the point is, I've been away from the forums for a little over a year now. And in that time, not just 1, but 2 people have achieved Forum Legend. For those of you that haven't been around for a long time, that's crazy to think about. The title was added at the end of 2020, and until later last year, only 2 people achieved it. Then, in the span of a year, 2 people get it a few months apart. Of course, when I'm gone from the forums, crazy stuff like that happens. There is a reason for this though. The 2 newly titled Forum Legends have been on the forums for almost as long as I have. The 3rd Forum Legend, Epic Arcaner, got it on September 26th, 2024. And the 4th Forum Legend, Mr. Eevee, got it on March 3rd, 2025. They've been on the forum since 2018 and 2017 respectively, and have been staples of the community since. Even till now, they're the only 2 people to reach 6-digit post counts and have been some of the most active people on the forums for years. Kaner also made one of the most popular forum threads to date, Top Forum Statistics. If anyone were to receive Forum Legend, these 2 are by far some of the most worthy candidates. But unfortunately, that puts me not at the top of anything anymore. And so, I've returned to the forums to grind 100,000. No, I'm kidding. Partially, at least. I am actually returning to the forums, and by that I mean I'm logging into my account again after almost a year. I can't guarantee any amount of activity, but I will at least log in for a bit. And who knows, maybe I'll start making more forum related videos like this one. I did say I'd do that a long time ago. Well, better late than never, I guess. And what's a better way to start making forum content than a sort of live reaction of me logging back in after a year. And so I've brought you all here today to the Hypixel forums, where I will finally be logging in after a little bit over a year of being logged out. After this security check. I do swear I am human. Man, this actually feels kind of surreal logging back in after so long. Like, it's only been a year since I logged in, which isn't a whole lot of time, but it still feels like I'm digging up a part of my past that I've kind of left behind for a bit. Well, enough stalling for now. It's finally time. Never mind. Alright, how about now? Okay. Hold on, this is a little more complicated than I initially thought. We'll do just a little bit more stalling. Okay, now. Surely this is it. And that it is. Wowee, 3 reactions after being gone for a year. Amazing. Honestly, I don't even know what to think, really. It's been so long since I've been back, it's kind of weird to be here again. Well, if there are any more notifications, we'll check those out later, but first, I guess we'll see what these 2 are. New forum statuses? Today we got some new statuses you can select, and they're unlocked with the forums. Oh, oh wait, in-game stuff. Ooh, interesting. That means I actually have this. Okay, I guess I should do that soon then. That's actually pretty cool. I know this sort of stuff has been suggested a lot in the past, so it's cool to see that it actually, happened finally. And that does mean I do get a Forum Legend status in-game, which is very nice. As for the other mention, this is a top 10 favorite off-topic forumers, and I am somewhere in here. I have been severely bamboozled. How could this happen? Not at the top of posts, not at the top of reactions, not at the top of achievement points anymore, not at the top of favorite forumers. How could I have let this happen? But it seems some people have realized I am back now. I have returned, yes. Now this does make me genuinely happy though. Seeing people I haven't seen in over a year now, and especially these 2 people right here, Canadyne and Microsoft. These 2 were in my generation of forumers, and they're still around, which is always nice to see. There are so many people from my time that have left and never came back, with a good reason. Like 2016, 2017, that was, what, 8 years ago? And that is a lot of time to be spending, on a Minecraft forum. But still, it is always nice to see people that I've seen since then and still see now. And yes, I have returned. Maybe temporarily, but we'll see. And it seems a bunch of other alerts have kind of just died past a certain point, which makes sense. It has been over a year since I logged in, so I definitely don't expect a year of notifications to kind of just build up. There are a bunch of profile posts though that I have not answered to. But yeah, profile stuff aside, there is something I wanted to check out, and it's this. Team update, 1 unified rank. Basically, there's now no visual difference between game masters and admins. Instead, they're all just grouped under Hypixel staff. And regardless of the positive-negative ratio, that's something they're not going to change. But unfortunately, as a side effect, G Emeralds and Admin Diamonds are no longer achievable, which at the end of the day is just a cosmetic thing, but it is kind of sad, because I do have an Admin Diamond, but I don't have a G Emerald, which is very unfortunate because now I will never get one. But I guess that is the tax of being away from the forums for a year. What is this though? Hypixel badge? Is that the new staff reaction? Oh, it is. Okay, very interesting. I probably won't try to go for it, but hopefully I do get at least one of them at some point. Anyways, I do want to check on something. And this is new. I don't think this was here last time. Hypixel Forums discussion. We will check that out at some point. But first, I want to check on my sweet child that I have left alone for a year. The random chat, I am officially back. Oh, and I still need to change my skin. Because if you did not see, I did make a video about Herobrine's return. And so I did need to change my skin just so I could get some thumbnail stuff. And it seems I forgot to change it back. So I will do that now. But anyways, here we are. I forget how many posts there were when I left, but 17,000 definitely seems like a good amount has happened. But at the very least, I do want to be here when this gets to 20,000 posts, and that way I can make a random chat 3. I just hope that this makes it to 2 years, because the original thread lasted for 7 years, and this one just exploded in post count. So it's almost at 20,000 in 2 years, which is kind of crazy. Now, I want to see what this is. Hypixel Forums discussion. The Hypixel Forums discussion section is a place to discuss Hypixel Forum specific topics with other community members. That is what it sounds like. Oh yeah, and here it is, the thread that I was talking about earlier from Kaner. Top forum statistics. For those of you that don't know, this is a very useful thread. Kaner does daily updates, where he has all the top posters, I think the top 10 positive ratings, top 10 most replied threads that aren't locked, which means anything below 20,000 posts, and here it is, the random chat at number 5, top 5 most replied threads of all time, which are all forum games I'm pretty sure, every single auto-locked thread, which means basically any thread above 20,000 posts, and here is the original random chat. It is my firstborn child of the forums. Here are overall statistics of the entire forums, and a bunch of other smaller things that people can submit and Kaner will track for them. So yeah, if you have not checked out this post, I will link it in the description below, so definitely give it a look through if you're interested in this kind of stuff. And speaking of tops, how do I get to the thing? Is it this way? Members? No. How do I get to it? Is it /members? It is, okay. So yeah, here we are. Most messages, I'm at number 4. Most reaction score, I am also at number 4. And most points, I am at number 3, even though 3 of us are tied for first place. And speaking of achievement points, or I guess they're called trophy points actually. I forgot about that. Trophy points. I'm pretty sure these were changed, right? Yeah, it seems like there was some rebalancing done. So is it 30,000 posts and 50,000 positive reactions now? I do think so. It does seem. Yeah, it's this one. It's been so long, 3 whole years on the forums, and then these two. How far can you go? Receive 50,000 positive ratings, and too many posts, 30,000 messages. Okay, so that's the new requirements for Forum Legend. Honestly, I'm surprised no one else has that already. Because I know there are a lot of people that were really close to it, but I guess no one has 30,000 posts and 50,000 reactions. Yeah, because like the closest people I would think are S2E, and then Steven would be my other closest guess. Oh wait, Vigilance is actually really close to that, but I don't think they use the forums anymore, which is unfortunate because literally they just need 250 posts and they have Forum Legend. which they also deserve. Vigilance is like one of the OGs of the forums. Like way back when, Vigilance and Psyches were the two people I looked up to when it came to being someone on the forums. And with the rebalanced requirements, yeah, that's kind of crazy actually. Oh, and I guess they do need 4,000 more reactions, which would be the difficult thing. But still, that's crazy to think about. Cause yeah, like if anyone were to get Forum Legend, Vigilance is like definitely up there as someone who I personally think deserves it. But yeah, when was their last activity? Never. So yeah, it's been a while since they've logged on. And now, this is something I haven't done in a while. How about we check out new posts? This is how I used to use the forums when I was grinding way back when. So hey, let's see what's going on. Ability to decrease Midas Sword's price. Sure, we'll check that out. Since you can raise the price paid at Zarina, you should be able to lower it to base price for 250 mil or 50 mil. No coins will be given back, just more to make the price paid actually look like a clean round number. Okay. Initially, I thought this was going to be lowering the price paid to anything, which would completely destroy the value of something like 100k Midas Sword, but I feel like this makes sense. If you wanted to lower the number for whatever reason, so you'd be able to lower it, but not below 250 mil for the fragged, or 50 mil for the non-fragged. That honestly seems like a pretty good idea, and I feel like we need more of this cosmetic, not cosmetic stuff, just because it adds another level of, well, I guess visual optimization is kind of a counterintuitive thing to say, because you can't really optimize cosmetics. But the point is, it would look nice without completely devaluing something like 100k Midas. So yeah, I do think that is a pretty good idea. Oh, and it seems like the Forumer Showdown is once again back. Honestly, I don't know if it was gone for a long time. Sort of, I think. It's been at least a year since the last one. But anyways, 4Pass is back and saving the forums from death's grip. This is a team format though, so I don't know if I'll be joining this. But it does look pretty interesting, I do think. I don't know, we'll see. I might just join with a random teammates, if anything. Maybe just sign myself up and hope I get placed with someone. Oh, I guess I can do that. So, we shall see. I won't sign up just yet, but I do think this could be pretty fun. It would at least give me a reason to be active on the forums, at least for a little bit. Ooh, poll, how many messages do you have? I wonder. Oh, okay. I guess this makes more sense. There's no 50,000 plus option, but I do have over 20,000, so I will select that one. Collecting valuable info about forumers. Very valuable info. Forum quiz? Interesting. Oh, I don't think I can do this actually. I know this one at least. There are, well, technically 4, but with their accounts not banned or closed, that would be 3. And honestly, I have no idea how many forum ranks there are, because I know there is new member, active member, well-known member, dedicated member, forum professional, and forum legend. Is there only 8? Sure, I'll go with 8. That's probably wrong, but we'll see. How many trophy points do you need for dedicated member? I think 250 is for well-known, so I'll go with 300. How many givable reactions are there? Is this givable for the normal user or givable in general? Well, if we were to go by the usual member, there is like, dislike, agree, disagree, useful, creative, funny, hype train. That would be 8, which is not on here, so I think it is counting every single reaction, which includes the staff reaction, YouTube redstone, MVP++ gold. Oh right, isn't there a love reaction now? So I guess that would be 9? Okay, I think I'm gonna say 9. For the usual user, there are 9 givable reactions. What is each trophy point for posting 5,000 messages? I have no idea. I'm gonna say dedication. Probably. That's a shot in the dark, but we'll go with it. Which one of these is not a section on the forums? YouTuber Lounge, I know that is. Code Help, I know that is. Skyblock Alpha Network, I know that is. So Hypixel events? I guess so. What achievements on the Hypixel network is achieved by linking a forums account? That one is Creeper Book, that one I do know at least. And hard questions. What is the original negative reaction called? That is the rude rating. The games in the forum section are listed according to the popularity on which date. Wait, what? The games in the forum sections are listed according to popularity on... Oh, okay. I have no idea, actually. I don't know if this changed before I left, so I'm gonna say June 7th, 2023. Which one of these is not a removed stamp to a post? Not a removed stamp? Oh, okay. Admin reply inactive redirect. All 3 are removed stamps. I know all of them exist, Well, I'm gonna assume D then. All three are removed stamps. Wait, no, I think I'm gonna change my answer to B. Because I know admin reply and redirect both existed before, and then I'm assuming inactive was added when auto-locking happened. And so I'm guessing inactive is the only one that's left, and admin and redirect were removed. Sure, I'm gonna guess B. So I guess we'll see. Number 1 was C, which was 3. That I know at least. And 2 is also C. How many ranks are there? There are 10. Okay, so I was definitely off. And 3 is B. Really? I thought, well, no one was 250. Unless that changed, maybe. I don't know. 4 is C, which is 13. Are there 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I guess that is including every single reaction then. So 9 plus MVP Gold, the staff reaction, YouTuber Redstone, and the Watt reaction. Okay, so that is 13. 5 is A, which is dedication. So that guess was correct. 6 is D, YouTuber Lounge. Does that not exist anymore? Hold on a second. Yeah, because it was in Community Creations. YouTube Showcase, that's what it's called. Builders Lounge. Okay, I got these two mixed up. Oh, okay, so Hypixel Events does exist. I thought it was removed for some reason. Okay, I got. Okay, number 7 is B, Creeper Book. I do know that one. And then the original negative reaction is Rude. That would be A. Number 9 is B. Okay, so it was March 14th, 2024. And 10 is B, inactive. So I did get that one. So that is 11. So 11 points. I am an active former and know a decent amount. Wow. When in reality, I am an inactive former and know very little. Oh yeah, that is something I do want to check out. Apparently there was some rebalancing done to forum titles, and I don't know where that is. I'm guessing maybe this? Okay, here it is. Change requirements of highest tier trophies related to messages and reactions. Okay, so the old requirements, 50,000 messages and 70,000 reactions, was lowered to 30,000 messages and 50,000 reactions. Oh yeah, this is what, okay, we already looked at this, not in this thread, but in the actual trophy points list. And it seems there was some other rebalancing. The trophy that required 25,000 messages was lowered to 15,000, and the one requiring 35,000 reactions was lowered to 25,000. Okay, and I do think Canadine makes a pretty good point. These reactions and post counts were based on what people were getting back in 2020. But since then, people have been posting more and getting less reactions, which means these original counts were really outdated compared to what people are getting now. I mean, even then, when people were posting a lot, 50,000 messages is like the peak of what people could get. Even to this day, only 4 people that aren't part of the staff team have gotten more than 50,000 messages. Because not only do you have to post a lot, you have to post a lot before getting burnt out and quitting, which is the main hurdle that a lot of people have to jump through. But I do think this makes more sense. Also, I feel like I'm going to be pronouncing their name as Canadine and Canadine interchangeably, because I still don't know how to pronounce their name. Well anyways, I found the thread at least, and the rebalancing does make sense, and I'm honestly really surprised that no one else has these requirements, but I'm sure more forum legends are going to appear at some point. Anyways, Elon Gang, hello. Saw you were playing Disasters a couple weeks ago. That I was. And for those of you interested, you can check out my video. Okay, enough of that. Forums-based guild? Interesting. So, I was thinking maybe us forum nerds should unite and create a guild symbolizing our power and creativity. I need to get enough yes or agree reactions in order to think about leaving my current guild, but maybe it could work out and we could get good network level. I think the biggest issue with creating a forum-based guild is a lot of people who use the forums actively are already a part of a guild. And we did manage to actually make it work in the past. For those of you who don't remember, there used to be a guild called Forum Jelly, and basically it was a forumer guild. A lot of the biggest forumers joined and it was a pretty good time. Unfortunately, we did run into some internal drama, because who would have thought putting a bunch of chronically online teenagers together would result in drama happening. But yeah, I doubt the same problem would happen if another forum guild were to be made. But the main issue now is a lot of people who use the forums are already a part of a guild that they don't really want to leave. Here, let's see what's going on in off topic. You have $15, make the perfect forum account. Well, ideally, If you have $15, you spend $5 and get Kaner's messages, spend another $5 and get Canadian's positives, and then spend $5 on the Jack in the Box mobile order to get 2 croissants for $5. Then not only are you the most stacked forumer of all time with 100,000 messages and 114,000 positive reactions, but you also get lunch out of it. And I do think that is my final answer. And ooh, the great controversy poll. What is your opinion on these things? Well, the 100 men versus 1 gorilla definitely depends on the circumstance, so I'm not going to answer that. White and gold and blue and black depends on the lighting, but I guess more often than not I see blue and black. Yanni and Laurel, I have no idea. I think I hear both sometimes, but yeah. It's been a while since I've listened to it. GIF. That is the only right answer. Water is wet, water is not wet. I'm gonna say water is not wet, because when you say something is wet, like a wet dog, the water on the dog is what makes it a wet dog. The water itself is not wet though. Pineapple on pizza and pineapple not on pizza. I'm gonna say pineapple on pizza because you decide what you put on your own pizza. If you don't like pineapple, don't put pineapple on it. If you like pineapple, then put pineapple on it. That is all. I wouldn't say it doesn't belong on pizza, so the only other option is pineapple on pizza, and I will go with that. Also, this image is a part of a post of someone talking about the dress, but the image itself just reminds me of chocolate, and now I'm hungry, so I might wrap up the video sometime soon. However, we can go look at a few more posts. What is a cool talent that you have? No idea why I'm asking this. I guess I just want to see how much cooler I all are than me. Interesting. For me, I can do the worm. That is a pretty cool talent if I do have to say. Jack of all trades. Jack of a lot of trades actually, not all of them. As for me, I am a jack of few trades, master of nothing. As for my cool talent, I guess bouldering would be a cool talent, and specifically in bouldering, I have, well, decent enough balance, and I'm pretty flexible, so a lot of my style of climbing involves putting myself in very uncomfortable positions that lets me break the beta on certain routes. So that's always fun. Also, I was just looking through the random chat, and what? Getaway ghast? So you can tame ghasts in one of the new snapshots? Interesting. If I'm being completely honest, I just have not been keeping up with any new Minecraft updates, so this is kinda crazy. You can have a flying mount? Maybe I should play vanilla Minecraft more often. You can make ghasts happy now. They start off as little sad dry ghasts that can be found next to fossils in soul sand valleys. You pick one up and take them back to the overworld, place them down and put water on them. Eventually they'll rehydrate and turn into a happy ghast. You feed them snowballs and they'll return to a full-grown happy ghast like the ones in Vista's screenshot. You and multiple people can sit on it at once and travel around. That's actually really cool. Not only do you have a flying mount, but that same mount can also hold multiple people. I guess I really should play vanilla Minecraft more often. And let's see, who is your most played music artist? This will probably be the last post I check out. But anyways, all time or in recent times, for me it's underscores no competition. 5,000 plus plays, usually my most played artist every week. Honestly, I have never heard of these people before, and I won't play it in the video, but I will check it out afterwards. As for me, that is a great question. In terms of all time, I feel like that's hard to say because I tend to jump around a lot when it comes to music. In recent memory though, it would probably be a mix of Fivefold, Calf, and Mr. Fantastic. And there we go. But yeah, it's so surreal being back on the forums. Again, it was only a year ago, but it feels like I've dug up such a deep memory that I kinda just left behind. But hey, at least for a little bit, I am back. And I've been thinking about this for a while, but I might change my profile picture, just as a way of signifying that I'm back. And I'll probably still use Hu Tao as the main theme, because she is still one of my strongest characters in Genshin. So let's see. I wonder if I even have, another picture to use. Okay, I do. And I think I will use this image as the banner? Sure. Here, let's try this out. Here, I can use this one. Is there a way to edit it? Like the layout of the image? I am not sure, actually. Oh, okay, you can. Okay, I think the image is just too vertical. And now here, let's try this. Use the copied version, and that way, I guess that's fine, even if it's not zoomed in. And then for the profile banner, let's change this to these flowers. And we can move it a little up so it's weighted more towards the right side. I mean, there we go, maybe that way. Sure, that's good enough, why not? Honestly, the image seems a little blurry, which isn't great. So here, what if I try to do that again? And now we change it to that. And there we go, we can still move it around. It might still look blurry though, but that's fine. Okay, this is a problem. Not really a problem, but if we look here, there is this red part which kind of just pokes out randomly. Not randomly, but very different compared to the rest of the image. Like there is some red over here, but then this one is kind of just completely off to the side, which is a little annoying. So I might try either move it, sure, I'll move it more to the left. Actually, I don't really like how that looks too much. How about that? Is that enough? So if we go back and refresh, there we go. And so now that little half circle of red on the left side is out. Having most of the red on the right side makes it feel like all the colors are kind of in place. So yeah, there we go. New profile picture, new banner. I think we are looking pretty good. And also, Shadow, since when were you back? Since 2 hours ago, according to my recording. But yeah, here we are back on the forums. So yeah, I guess from now on I might be making more forum content. And with that said, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.